What is most important during unstable times? Hi, my friends. Clint Stitser with Stitser Properties and the Purposeful Practitioner here. And what do we all want as practitioners? We all want stability. We all want predictability. We want consistent execution and outcomes and progress towards our goals, the goals that are meaningful to us. But it's really hard, and a lot of agents can't have it, especially during unstable times, because a lot of agents themselves are unstable. Some days they're pursuing this business model, other days they're pursuing that way. Some days they're pursuing this way of operating and doing a transaction, other days they're pursuing this way of doing things. And so last week, we talked about the 4 standards to achieving greatness, to achieving success. And inside one of those standards was operating by your core values. And so how do we as human beings create consistency? Well, we create our own operating system or core values. Core values and code is what an operating system is to a device. Think about it. When you use a phone or tablet or a computer, those things have what's called an operating system, and all the applications, all the users, everyone follows the rules of that operating system. And when you follow the rules of that operating system, what happens is you get consistent output from that device. So as human beings, we have the opportunity to do the same thing with core values or a code. So at Stitser Properties, we have a code, and that code, those are 5 core values that we live by, that we apply to any situation. So if it's an easy one, a hard one, a conflicting one, we come back to those 5 core values. And if we're making a decision and taking action in line with those 5 core values, we know with 100% certainty that we are going to attract the right people, and that over the long term, the sum of our decisions is going to result in success. Sure, are some decisions and actions going to be incorrect? Yeah. But if we comply with these 5, we know that no matter what, over the long term, we will achieve consistency, predictability, and success. All right, so here are our 5 core values. Core value number 1 is optimistically execute. We bring a great attitude. We believe and we get shit done. Optimistically execute. Core value number 2 is unbiased honesty. Look, we're in a world of confirmation bias. Like what we believe social media will give us, and it will give us it in a way that we believe is so fact-driven that we become further and further rooted in our beliefs. So the main challenge for us and our core values is to make sure that we are not applying confirmation bias to our beliefs, that we are unbiased in getting to the truth of what the situation is so that we can make the best decision with the entire picture. Number 3 is tactful transparency. Look, it doesn't do anybody any good to hide the truth and not be able to tell their side of the story. All it is becomes a toxic situation. And if you don't have the ability to communicate your truth in a way that the receiver is willing and able to receive it, then you are likely to build up and explode. Why do people in our society explode all the time? Well, because they're not willing and able to tell the truth, even if the truth isn't going to be comfortable for the person receiving it or comfortable for the person delivering it. So for us, tactful transparency. What does that mean? We're an open book. We tell the truth. We don't internalize and hide. We work through things. And we work through them in a way that they can be positively and constructively received by the person whom we are working through them with. Fantastic skill working with clients, fantastic value working with other agents. All right. The next one is we are unapologetically focused. Look, we are sorry, we are not sorry. We're here to achieve a certain outcome that has meaningful goals, meaningful outcomes for us. They're purposeful, and we're going to go get them. And sometimes that might be perceived as too direct. Sometimes it might be perceived as too focused or too intense or whatever, but we are not sorry. We're focused, unapologetically. And the last one is relentlessly achieve results. Look, no great team, no great company, no great practitioner is defined by their reasons. No one gets said, oh, I was so great. I didn't quite achieve what I said I was going to achieve, but look at all these reasons that I have that I dealt with and talked about and obsessed over. No. We live by a code, and that code says that we are results driven. We are not the explanation, we are the exclamation. Okay? We achieve results. We don't obsess over reasons. We don't talk about why we can't. We just find a frickin' way. Okay? So I'm humbly sharing these core values with you, these codes that we live by, because I believe that these codes create consistency, predictability, and success regardless of market condition. And so when we talk about the 4 standards that require you to take activities and live by core values and build skill sets and all those different things, most important is that you have this code, you have this operating system that you as a human being, you as a practitioner refer to and live by. Because it will create a sense of confidence. It will create this ability for you to attract people who want to come to you, be around you, because you are solid and you deliver. All right? So I know I said this with a little bit of passion, a little bit of intensity. It's because I care. And it's because this is what works for us. I'm sharing it with you as an audience member of the Purposeful Practitioner in hopes that it helps you define what your code is. Or if you believe in these 5 things and you live by them and you will just frickin' enforce them no matter what, use them. My goal is to give you an operating system that allows you to be consistent. So you can do it. You can choose your core values. You can be consistent despite what the market is. You don't have to ride the waves like this and one day feel like you got to be this guy, or another day feel like you got to be this person, and do it this way one day and that way another day and believe this thing today and that thing tomorrow. You can be steady and consistent. Doesn't mean that you don't have to adjust to market conditions. Doesn't mean you don't have to change your skill set, but it does mean that you can be grounded and that you can follow a consistent operating system that delivers results for you. Okay, that was a lot. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you see how these core values can get you to where you want to go. If you have any questions, you want to talk about it, shoot me an email. This is Clint Stitser with Stitser Properties and the Purposeful Practitioner, wishing you great success in your real estate practice.